Hey everybody, it's Grateful here, and today we're going to look at the Alali pack that is part of the mod package that we are running on the server, guys. This is a pack that has all the old school tractors in it that we're using. It has a lot of tractors and a lot of some combines and some threshing machines and some semis. The quality is varying between the different ones, but today we're just going to take a quick look at it. It's about 100 megabytes and contains quite a few tractors, trailers, and implements. Let's see here. The first thing we're going to look at probably is going to be this truck here. It's an IFA truck. And, in the game, it costs. Oh, it's not there. It's in the tractors. It costs 15,000. And it's the IFA W50 Blue. So, the inside of it is not that grand. Could definitely use some work. Nothing's really working. We can roll the window down and open the door. You really can't see the window. And we can do the same thing with the other door. And I think that's... Oh, nope, we can open a roof hatch here too. Get some air to the cab. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start her up. Alright guys, and we'll, when we pull forward that none of the dash works, I mean, it's not very good. And this is actually a silage trailer attached to it that can go with hay, grass, and silage and stuff like that. And the other one that's attached on the other one is the grain trailer. But see, the problem with these trucks is that I found, especially the one with the grain trailer, is that really, there's a very small hitbox for actually dumping grain into it, so we're not going to use it on the server. But I think it's a nice truck, and if it was improved on a little bit better, it could be a very nice truck to use around the farm. It's kind of a nice part of the mod pack, but as I said, it needs some work. It can go about 50. Okay, so there is the truck. And we'll move on to the next bit of equipment. We're going to go ahead and shut this thing off. And here's the other one with the grain on it. But again, the grain is a very small hitbox on it. So, all right. Next thing we're going to check out is this combine here. It is a Fortschritt combine. These are all Eastern European implements, guys. And again, this one here doesn't have any really moving parts in it. I can shut the door, I believe. Other than that, I don't think that there's anything else that I can open or anything like that. So the combine itself is okay. This corn header has a lot to be desired, as when you turn it on to do some threshing, you can see that the middle part of it is moving, and the feed belt is moving up into the combine, but the head itself, it does not seem to want to. It does not seem to want to feed. I mean, it probably would feed, but I mean, it's just the animated part of it is just not working, guys. So you hear the grain auger. And it works, guys. It's not bad, but I'm just saying the model isn't the best, guys. The corn head could use better. A little bit of work inside of the cab, but let's go ahead and turn the thresher off so we can speed up here a little bit. But as far as, it's got a 23 and about a 10 again for threshing, which is about normal for combines. We're going to go ahead and check out the other combine here that has the wheat head on it, and we'll actually do a little bit of threshing. It is the same brand. It's just a little bit more powerful here, as we'll check out in the harvesters section. Yes, this is the one we were just using. It was 95 horsepower, and this one here is 110 horsepower. This is the E512, and this is the E514 version of it. And again, these are Eastern European. Let's actually get in this one. We'll take it down to the field and hire a worker on it, guys, so I can actually show you how that hitbox works in that other truck. All right, guys, we're going to take this down to the field real quick and set it to work. And another thing I don't like is on this cutting head here is that it doesn't seem finished. It seems like there's a white bar going across it, and that doesn't seem right either. But you know, as overall, you know, it's a fairly nice mod pack, and it's got a lot of good working for it. So, oops. Especially in the way of older stuff, and that's kind of what we're working with on the farm now until we can afford some newer stuff, is all this old stuff. And another thing I don't quite like is when you actually turn the thresher on. If you notice how the spokes don't actually stay all pointed down, they kind of rotate around. They didn't put any work into that really either. They just have them all pointing in one direction, and no matter what the wheel's turning, the spokes are always pointed in that one direction. So it's not the best, but it works. Alright, we're going to get into doing a little bit of threshing here with it. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and hire a worker here and set him to working on that. And then we're going to show you this thing here, which is a grass cutter. This thing is pretty cool. It's a thresher, I believe it's called. Don't know that I can shut the door on this one. Anyway, let's start her up. Looks like I should be able to shut the door because it is wide open, but there's no control to do it. So this thing here is pretty cool. Great at cutting grass, guys. And laying it in a nice little swath. Interesting little piece of equipment. Kind of noisy. We'll just let's turn it on here. Start threshing some grass. Oh, we forgot to lower the implement. There we go. And it just leaves the grass in a nice little pile directly underneath the tractor, guys, just to be picked up by whatever device you're going to use. If it's going to need to be baled, it's going to need to be turned and then baled. But it can cut grass at somewhere around 20. It all depends if you're going uphill or downhill. So, I mean, it's a fairly nice machine. I could cut grass at a brisk rate. Works very well. The animations are pretty good on it. This is one of the better machines out of the mod pack, in my opinion. And see, now at a steep hill, we're only going at 7. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next piece of equipment. Alright, now this, there's 3 different tractors here, guys. And go ahead and show them off quick. There is the MTZ80, which has 80 horsepower. The MTZ82, which is 82 horsepower. And then there's an 82 that is old and rustic looking. So, right here is the 80. And the way you can tell that it's an 80 is it does not have 4-wheel drive. It does not have front wheel assist like these guys do. It just has 2-wheel drive. And so let's get this thing started up. And this here, of course, you can open the door. You can open either door. You can open the windows. Get some air moving through. I don't think this back window comes... Oh, yep, the back window comes open. Anyway, guys, we'll go ahead and get this thing started up. This thing here has some working gauges. The smoke effects aren't spot on, but it's much better than the third tractor. So, we're attached to a baler here, and I don't think we have anything ready to bale, but you can see that the speedometer does work in this one, which is nice. Very nice. Let me see here. Let's see. We could probably start it up, the baler. Yeah, the baler does seem to be running, but there's no animation of lowering it or raising it. But these little red tractors are nice. They're not good for pulling around too much. Hope we can go ahead and turn this thing off too. That has a pretty neat animation on it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's not hit stuff. Yeah, but I really like the way these little tractors look. Got a real old feel to them. Again, these are all Eastern European brands. Guys, and I will put the mod pack in the information if you guys want to download this mod pack and try it out for yourself, guys. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn this one off. We're going to go to the 82, which is fairly similar. Again, you can open the left door and the right door. And the windows, yep, you can open pretty much everything the same, except this one has front wheel assist. So you can, if you have the drive control mod, you can actually control and get the some small front wheel drive action on the front of the tractor. And we are hauling a forage trailer around, guys. And again, the smoke particles aren't the best as they're not meeting right exactly at the exhaust. From the outside, it doesn't look that bad, but when you're driving on the inside, you can definitely tell. Okay, guys, we're going to go on to the third version of this tractor here, guys, which is the worst one in my opinion. It's the old version. Because this one here actually doesn't even have a side door, and you can't open or close any of the windows. They're just stuck the way they are. But the way the smoke effects work on this one is really absurd to me, as you can see the smoke appearing like a foot above the top of the muffler. But again, it would drive pretty much the same thing. It works inside. The speedometer works inside, you know, just the fact that smoke is like that really kind of bugs me. It's coming, you know, it's exiting the tractor a foot above the, even from the outside, it doesn't even look close to right, guys. So this tractor probably won't see too much time on our farm. I do like the smoke effects, and the black smoke that it puts out is just in a bad spot. Alright, guys, and we're going to get on to the larger pieces of equipment here, guys. And that is these four-wheel drives. Now, these things, guys, you must be careful, especially if you're playing in hard mode, because even at an idle, these things consume mass amounts of fuel, guys. I don't know. Yeah, you can open the door here, guys, and you can open both doors, but none of the windows are active. So let's get this thing started up. The gauge works on this one, but it works backwards. Whoever installed it didn't realize that, you know, when you drive forward, it's going backwards. So the smoke particles coming out of this one seem to be right in the right spot. And this thing will chew through, when you're using it, on the fields, will chew through about 16 liters of fuel a minute. And even at an idle, it's chewing through somewhere around 6 to 8 liters of fuel a minute. So, I mean, you know, it's not that expensive in the store to buy, and it has 300 horsepower, but you're going to pay for that in maintenance and fuel costs, guys. I mean, it's big money. Big money. And there's two versions of it, guys. I'll show them to you in the store here just real quick. There's two versions. We are in the four-wheel drive version right now, but then there's a one with 8 tires on it, guys. But they're only 5,500, and have 95 a day on maintenance fees, which is huge, guys. That's a lot of money, especially if you're working on hard. But they do have 300 horsepower, which is pretty good. I mean, we don't have anything compared to that on our farm right now, with all the old equipment. And then, of course, this plow comes with it too. Very nice plow, very well done. We'll go out there and plow just a little bit, show you how well this plow works. But then again, guys, this one here is has 8 wheels on it, guys, compared to the other one that only had 2 wheels. But this is by far the only thing on our farm that can do this. And so after we get done doing a little bit of plowing here, guys, we're just going to go ahead and go unload that combine, as it looks like it's 89% full. But this plow works pretty good, guys. And this thing pulls the plow at a brisk pace. I mean, it's a good plow. I think that it's almost better than some of the vanilla plows in the game. It's very well done, and used very well. But again, guys, if you're going to use this tractor, beware, because it does consume mass amounts of fuel, even at an idle, guys. So. Alright guys, now we'll move on to the last little bit. We're going to move on to this truck up here. And we're going to go unload that grain cart so you can see that the hitboxes aren't exactly on with this truck here. Alright, we'll work our way down to the field where they're harvesting. Oh, and I hit the wall. Well, might have to do a little bit of repair work on the wall and on the truck here after we get done. And I don't think this combine is still working properly because it stopped. Yep, it stopped at the edge of the field. It went and did the one side. So, but let's see here. Oh, and now it looks like it's working just fine all the way across. So, you know, I could be wrong, and because to me it looks like it's working just fine now. And there you go. I'm definitely wrong on that aspect of it, guys. But again, guys, this has been the Ali Bob. Let me see here. The Ali pack. The Ali pack, guys. I'll put the information on this pack on the information part of the on the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, and hippie grease. You guys have an excellent day, guys.